Welcome to another episode of the Ballinesian podcast here on the Polytickin network. Someone's talking about sports. We got some football, NBA finals, also guys on boats and pink baggies. But yeah, we're here on the Polytickin network. Make sure to check out and support the Patreon on YouTube, also at the Polytickin network. Listen to the Apple stream, the Spotify stream, rate us 5 stars. And yeah. Consume the content. Appreciate you guys. Also, tap in, let us know what you want us to talk about. Hit us up on the socials at the Polytickin podcast, at Ballinesian. Let us know on the content side what you want to see. What are we talking about today? Win totals projected for the Raiders and the Chargers. We are talking about, we're going to ask Coach Forrest about the NBA Finals preview between the Oklahoma City Thunder, RIP Seattle Supersonics, and the Indiana Pacers. And then, Stefon Diggs trying to get released. We are sponsored by Levasa Island Apparel. Shout out to Brother E-Ride, www.levasaislandapparel.com. Also on Instagram at le_vasa. We are out here getting ready for sports. I've been golfing a lot, bro. I am getting a little burnt out there applying that sunscreen.
And it's hot for the next 5-6 days.
I love it. I have to install the air conditioner. That's how. The
air conditioner hasn't we have central air here. Thank the gods. But I went and got out nice. They have those warehouse fans that you just place on the floor, that heavy duty ones. I had to get that out the garage.
Ooh.
I know. I was telling my cousin. Yeah, they're out in Vegas, in California. They're like, "Oh, it's hot! I heard it's hot out there." I was like, "Yep." It reached 79 yesterday. They were like, "Man, shut up!"
Yeah,
that's blazing, man. We're dying out here right now, bro.
You can't talk to people in the desert the same way about here.
Right. The same way as they talk to us about cold. They're like, "Oh man, it's so cold out here. It's 65." Get the hell out of here.
It's no. Man, yeah, I've been definitely putting on the sunscreen, but trying to avoid that. What do they call it? Sunburn, bro, and getting all the skin all tore up on my arms and shit.
This is the thing, man. We don't get sunburn. What we get is darker, but we still get the pain of sunburn. I don't understand it. I'm like, some people are, "Oh man, that's cool. You don't get sunburn." Yes, but I feel like I have sunburn.
Yeah. I feel like a coat of sun is still on the back. What about you? You got the arms done recently. You got new ink on the arm.
I did.
Do you have to avoid do you have to avoid sun? Do you have to?
That's what they say.
Sleeves.
I don't go that far, but I do try to stay out of the sun and not have it exposed to the sun long term. But I drive to work, and it's on my left arm, and if you see the difference, if you see the difference between my left and my right arm, it's weird because my left arm is dark. I don't know if you can see it like that, but my left arm is definitely darker.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because this arm is almost by the window, guys. See, there you go. See. That's how you know I'll be going to work or somewhere. But
daytime driver.
I'm telling you, daytime. Oh man. Speaking of my arm, man, shout out to my guy Josh, man. Josh Vidoy. You can find him on Instagram at A1_Tatal. He's traveling. He will be in Nashville. I think he's there right now. He's there first for a tattoo, obviously, but they have a conference, a tattoo expo out there.
Oh, nice.
That he's a part of. So he'll be doing that. I know he mentioned that he wished that we could travel together because he needed someone to not needed, but he loved to have someone out there taking video of everything, content for him.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if there's one around here, I can take some time off from working and do that for him. But he's also going to be out in LA. He'll be traveling these next 2 months. He's based out here in the PNW, out in Vancouver. But for the next 2 months, he'll be out of city, out of state. He'll be traveling Nashville first. He'll come back over to the West Coast. He'll be in LA. He'll be in Sacramento, and he'll be in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys really want some quality ink, Josh is one of those tattoo artists that you can go to. Super, 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 super good. I can't stress enough how dope Josh is with the gun in his hand. Go on his page at A1 underscore Tattoo. He'll have his booking slots open, and what are
Yeah,
closed, what are open. You can find a date and talk to him. Super man, the energy he brings to when he comes to tattoo you is unmatched. Yeah, super great guy, man. So yeah, go check it out. Go check it out. Hit up our guy. You won't be disappointed. I promise. I promise. I promise.
shout out to the Uso Josh.
Sure.
Grand National Tour. Get it.
Yeah, there we go.
What's coming up? NBA finals are in place. I wanted to just get a quick little peek here from a basketball coach
My
who's
money's on OKC,
for a
man.
basketball lover. Uh, is this really that much of a blowout? It's minus 700 for the Thunder to win. Like, you have to bet $700 to win $100. That's like 14%. For the Pacers, it's plus 500. Because if you bet $100, you get 500 if the Pacers win. But so the odds are hugely separated. This is like a Thunder. Is that a Thunder sweep that you feel, or how many games would?
We saw Indiana. We see them be really good, and then we see them be mediocre. But so like someone was telling me like I don't know, same thing. They were talking about the odds and everything like that, and they don't know how people can count them out that way. Uh, but my thing is like against New York, they had to be scrappy and fight back because they let the game get go, and New York they let New York stay in the game or come. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite co-star in the whole wide world. Where you going, girl?
She's going to the potty.
Oh. um,
I told Uncle Forrest what you wanted him to hear. She came in, she ran in, she's like, I'm going to the potty, okay? We are training, and she is doing great.
fire.
Yes.
I
Thanks.
like it.
Sorry.
No, yeah, but yeah, as far as Indiana, I know those odds are. I know they're a little bit like skewed in that way because they don't see they've never been able to like just take over games and put teams away the way people saw SGA like he did it by himself. The way we saw OKC like kind of put teams away. Like this last series, they dominated. I mean, at one time I think they were up in the game by like 37, 40 points. So I think also because OKC it looks like they have a bit more pieces on the team that contribute. I know SGA is he's the face of the team, MVP of the league, MVP of that side's finals. Uh, Defensively, I don't know if there's anybody better on the perimeter. We saw him guard Ant. There's clips all around, and people are like, "There's just clips. Those are like isolated plays in the game." No, he he did his job. I mean, Ant's gonna get his points, that's for sure, but he didn't get all the points he was getting. So yeah, SGA, and it starts there, and then Chet Holmgren, that 7 footer down low, he's everywhere. He can guard from the five all the way down to the one. I really think he can guard the 1 too, but he can definitely guard at least four positions, different positions on the court. He's a rim protector. He can guard, like I said, guard you on the perimeter. He's got the feet for it, good footwork. He moves. So yeah, man, I like them defensively. They got all the key pieces, like we were talking about. I don't know how many people on their team have the last name Williams or Williamson, or they still have Dort. Just defensively, they have the length to cover the court, sideline to sideline, baseline to baseline. They don't look like they're ever out of breath. They pick you up full court basket, full court press. Come down, miss basket, they're still trying to press you. So, yeah. Again, you asked me how the Pacers could win the series. It would be only to control the pace, but I don't think they're good enough to control the whole game and slow the game down and move at their pace. So,
and when you have like a best of 7 series, it's like the better team or the better roster is going to usually
either
show
one.
out.
Yep.
How many games does this series go?
I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna say 5.
Gentlemen's sweep.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Halliburton's been, making some shots. It might be like because it was against New York or something, but it's
No,
definitely
they definitely have a good all around roster, but they don't have guys that contribute the way the role players on OKC contribute. You know, and those
like the
they,
depth.
yeah, and you look at OKC's team and no one complains about their job. You know, like everybody's like, I don't know whether maybe because they've never won a championship or they've just bought into the system and the idea of what they're doing in OKC, but it seems like they're always having fun, whether someone's playing 7 minutes, 17 minutes, or playing the whole game. After every game, they just, I mean, even their coach, when they had the interview and they put the towel over their coach's head, and he was like, "Yeah, these guys are." He said everything they were good, and then still joking with them, like, "Yeah, these guys are idiots." And yeah, if your coach can talk about like that about your team and smile and stuff like that, you got something pretty special on the team. So, Bibbs, I thought in New York was trying to do the same thing defensively, but he's never been able to get over that hump. The team couldn't. Brunson was really the only one putting up points for them. So, um, yeah, I
What are the
okay,
what are the chances? I say, what percentage would you put on a 4-game sweep?
75.
Damn! All right, game 1 for the NBA Finals starts Thursday, and will end by next Thursday with a parade.
Yeah.
Going through freaking Oklahoma City.
OKC.
All right, Stefon Diggs, newly signed wide receiver for the New England Patriots.
He's definitely not winning a championship.
What's going on with him? What happened? What happened recently? There was a video that surfaced.
Well, I mean, first the video, of course. Uh, the context of the video is what everybody's talking about, but not only just the context, but he's on this boat doing this, and it's in summertime. So for me, it's just like if he's not required to be there, like mandatory, then some of these
There,
veterans, he's not the only veteran that's not at OTAs.
right. There's organized team activities happening
Right.
right now for NFL teams where they're getting together doing stuff. These are voluntary like
Right.
mini camps. Right.
And
So you don't have to be there,
yes,
but not being there kind of looks a
you're
little
correct. For some, yes, like because you're the vet. If you're a vet, and it's like, well, plus you just got traded there. That's another reason why it kind of looks bad for people. Like you just signed. I don't know. You get traded or you signed with them.
he
Um,
signed. Yeah, I think
so
his contract ended with Houston and then he signed.
that
But
looks
but
that looks even worse.
what is going on in this video?
So he's in the video and he's got a couple girls around him. Mind you, he's on the boat with his current girlfriend, Cardi B, but he's got a whole bunch of girls around him and they're like just badgering him about something. And then he pulls out this pink bag and slips it to one of the girls and it's just like, here, go ahead, go, you guys go do that. Like, and right now, everybody's speculation, I can't say it's facts, but everybody's speculation is that he's passing cocaine over to the girls so they can go.
Oh, it was okay.
We'll use a term, go run lines, a sports term, to go and run lines somewhere else on the boat. But definitely, it's everybody's speculation is it's some kind of a drug he's passing to them, and they're just partying on the boat. So
He's not at team activities.
not
Those are
at team
voluntary.
activity.
Sure,
That's one.
whatever. He's on social media. Well, he didn't post it, right? This is
No,
just a video.
yeah,
Someone
just a
else on
video.
board. Okay, he's on a boat. He's partying while his team is working. So it's easy to have a negative outlook on that.
Right.
And then possible drug use, and that does that violate like a contract or something, or has New England said anything about it, or are they gonna release him or something?
I mean, there's a lot of media talk about how, again, the problem that we have with media is everybody has this reliable source that they can talk to who's very close to the front office, or people who were in the front office telling them that New England was ready to either release him or, you know, just be done with him altogether. He hasn't even stepped foot on the field yet. But then their front office, I mean, Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator, came out, said he has no problem with Diggs, doesn't have a problem with the video. It's OTAs. He'll be in there when he has to be. And then front office the same way. There's no plan or no talks of releasing Stefon Diggs. So that's coming from the team itself. But a lot of these
This is
analysts,
really it's really
and
early for
right, right.
to have
Um,
like drama from someone who hasn't even
that's
practiced
true.
for you yet.
That's true. He's starting to give off AB vibes. So
Yeah, like when you sign Stefon Diggs, you have that history of him, sometimes not quitting on the team, but like
yeah,
not really
just
caring about the locker room on his way
as
out
a whole.
of an
Right,
old team,
right,
or like
exactly.
overstaying his welcome with the team,
Yeah,
so to speak. Uh, but just seeing it happen in May
oh,
before you've even put
coupled
on the
with the
jersey.
history that he has, yeah. I mean,
It,
and I know the video comes from because I think Cardi B had a videographer out there with them, just like I don't know if they're filming for like an actual documentary or like a show, but
content.
there's yeah, a lot of it is like professionally shot, like or at least
You say
professionally edited.
it's tastefully done.
Right. They have because they have like those shots, and then they have shots of her, and then they have like a whole like little video clip on her page, Instagram page where she's like twerking on him, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff is going to be for content. And I think she released all of that stuff
Hmm.
just so like it kind of takes away from like just the attention just on him. So I think she released like some of those shots and videos so people could be like, oh well, you know, he's
There's
on the
other
boat
stuff
with his
happening.
girl, right? Yeah. So yeah,
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems fine between the couple, right? I didn't
right.
know that he was dating Cardi B. That's
Yeah, I mean, people
great.
because so when the that video first came out of him passing the pink bag, people were like, man, this fool's on camera making Offset look like an angel.
Oh, not knowing that Cardi was there on the boat with them and they
Yeah,
were all
yeah.
together. Okay.
So like, yeah. So
But the Patriots have said whatever, it's not a problem. I saw Mike Vrabel said something about good decisions on and off the field.
yeah, I mean,
But
he's gonna have to say that. He's a head coach. If he doesn't say anything like that, then it just kind of looks like he's letting his players run wild. But
it shows how much the wide receiver room
they
needs
need help. Yeah,
someone that you're like,
exactly.
no, it's okay. It's like the
Like,
Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. They're like, oh no, it's okay.
right. Oh wow.
Oh,
Uh, the Knicks just fired Tom Thibodeau.
oh, damn. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is Stefon Diggs
Yeah, I mean,
in
I imagine he'll
trying to
be in
get released.
uniform. Yeah, he'll be in uniform come September. Their receiver room needs the help. They've already have video now. Like people are doing damage control. They're showing video of him working out now. Like not at OTAs, but working out somewhere
Yeah,
privately. So
working out on the boat.
yeah.
All
So
right. This year, 2025, win totals for the
17 and 0,
NFL
baby.
teams.
17 and 0,
So
man.
you got the over. Uh, you got the over for the Raiders. I thought it was going to be a lot more than this. That's crazy. Some of these numbers, I think the Bills are at the top with 11 and a half at set as their over under.
As they're
It's
over
pretty
under.
high, right? You got to win
Yeah.
12 games to cash that in,
To
to
catch
cash in the over.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a
I mean,
lot.
but it is Buffalo. And the funny thing about
Right.
Buffalo is you watched them play last year, and like at times you were like, "There's no way these guys are going to the playoffs." You know what I mean? Like, or not playoffs, but they're not going to do anything in the playoffs. And then you watch them, and you're like, "Oh shit, they could win it all." So that was really weird last year. So they could possibly get over 11.
their offense is like pretty bully ball.
Right.
But also with the over the top Josh Allen sling
Yeah.
possibilities,
Yeah.
which is I think kind of what the Chargers want to emulate. Uh, be the run heavy, even quarterback sneak. Josh Allen is his quarterback sneak is freaking.
It's different.
It's more like forceful. He's always going to the left, right? Like a yard to the left,
Yeah.
and then just freaking lowering the shoulder. He gets easily 2-3 yards, right? So they're the
Yeah.
other team that does the quarterback sneak tush push kind of short yardage thing. And their offense is, I don't know, yeah, made to like just control, give Josh Allen like the clock, the ability to just keep the clock running and stay with the win. 12 wins to cash in the over, that's a lot. But that kind of puts in perspective what the Raiders and the Chargers numbers are. Okay.
Yeah.
The Bills Super Bowl kind of hopeful, right? The Raiders set number is 6.5 wins, right? So
Right.
over or under. You definitely got the over. I for sure thought it was going to be more than 7. So to catch that, the Raiders would have to catch the over. The Raiders would have to win 7 games, which I thought we've been talking about. The turnaround. Maybe I was just overthinking it. But what is when you hear 6.5 as kind of the set line? Does that feel low or right, or what do you think?
It's biased. It's bullshit. I'm just, uh, I do think it's low. I think it's low, but that's because like I'm one of those fans that I'm buying into the new energy and all the optimism that they have right now for the Raiders.
Mhm.
They got some key pieces in, starting with Geno Smith. When they signed Geno Smith, they're getting Malcolm Kuntz back on the end, so now they can pair Kuntz and Crosby together. Crosby doesn't have to. I mean, he's going to put out maximum effort every game, but at least now, while he's putting out maximum effort on the other side, there's someone on the other side who can uh, contribute and benefit from whatever he's doing on the other side. Because a lot of attention is going to go to Matt Crosby, so that's great. We're hoping that Christian Wilkins can make it back by the first game, but
He's injured. He's been his injury. Well, he
he had
missed
foot
time
surgery.
last
He
week,
missed time last year.
and the
Uh,
recovery is taking longer than expected.
it is. He went back into a boot, a walking boot. So
Back into a boot. Oh
yeah,
shit.
the fear is that he might have to have again minor surgery, or it might be a fracture in the foot. But we still there's still optimism that he'll be able to play during the season. We'll just see what game he's able to come into. They signed
Okay.
Geno Smith. They have an actual uh top 10 quarterback, I think, in the league. He's been that for the past 2 to 3 seasons. So they got Geno Smith. He's come in. They drafted a great running back in Genty. It's not college. He's in the NFL now, but I think he's built for the NFL. And those two guys partnered with
That's
Chip
crazy.
Kelly. It is. It's crazy, but I
Sorry. To go
for
from
us makers,
Antonio Pierce to Pete Carroll to from Aiden O'Connell to Geno Smith, from Sincere McCormick to Ashton Genty. I
but
don't
I mean,
understand.
so if they take all that into consideration, you're thinking all the odds makers, and they're like at 6.5 now, 7. Imagine what it would have been if we had AP come back and we still had no quarterback. I mean, it might have been like 2 or 3. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's always going to go by numbers, and again, we haven't seen any of these things play out on the field yet. We haven't seen how well Geno Smith is going to work in Chip Kelly's system. We don't know how well the line is going to block this year. There's still questions, especially with their best offensive lineman, Colton Miller, not signed to a long-term deal. Um, Genty could be the next Barry Sanders, but also he could be the next, I mean, Ezekiel Elliott and not turn out the way he turned out. That's a bad because Ezekiel Elliott was pretty good for a little bit. Uh,
And for a while, yeah.
yeah, but like, yeah. And then again,
Najee Harris.
this okay, nah, because if you look at Harris, anyway, Harris, we won't talk good about Harris anymore. He's, he's the enemy of the enemy. But yeah, even there's still questions in the defensive backfield. I get all that, but there's also a lot of good going on. So I mean, it could be good for bettors like myself. I mean, I might have to put some money on it, and
That's
then
what I'm saying. We got to put money on that.
definitely. I mean, so you're gonna win a pretty good amount of money if they make it to 7.5 wins, 8 wins. I
Seven,
mean,
seven,
right?
seven. You just got to
You
make 7 wins. You just got to
gotta
go
make
above
seven
the six and
wins.
a half. All right, I got the Raiders schedule ahead of me. NFL, it's a weird shaped ball. It bounces crazy, weird stuff
Right,
happens. But
right.
I'm gonna read through this list and tell me if you have any locks. hundred
Got it.
percent, that's a win.
Win. Okay.
Right. Week 1 at New England.
Win.
Week 2 versus Chargers.
50-50.
Week 3 at Washington.
50-50.
Week 4 home versus Chicago.
Win.
Week 5 at Indianapolis.
Win.
Week 6 home versus Titans.
Win.
7 at Kansas City.
50-50.
Week 8 bye. Week 9 home versus Jacksonville.
Win.
Week 10 Thursday night football at Denver.
Win.
Week 11 versus Dallas.
Ooh. 50-50. They got some guys now.
Week 12 versus Browns.
Win.
Week 13 at Chargers. Week
I'll take that
14
win. Why are you trying to skip over it so fast?
at Chargers, like 100%.
Because so 50-50, we're either gonna win one and lose one. So I'll take the win for that when we lost the first one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Versus Denver, week 15 at Eagles.
Ooh, we might drop that one. I don't know if we're ready for the Eagles yet.
Week 16 at Texans.
Win.
Week 17 versus Giants.
Ooh, you know what? Oh wow, 50-50 with Houston because I think CJ is making a comeback this year to the form he had his rookie year, and I love what Toto is doing on defense there. I think he's really underappreciated on their defense. So 50-50 with the Texans, but win with the Giants.
Win with the Giants, and then you end the game, or you end the season with the game versus the Chiefs at home.
I'll take the loss to the Chiefs.
All right, so you got like 700% wins there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, well, I mean, like I said, me and you, I wish we worked for Vegas. No, actually, I don't because then, like I said, this is good for like bettors who bet on like Raiders. So I
What
think Vegas might be losing money on that.
what are the chances we're just being like Raider hopefuls?
Well, me, it would probably be like 90 at least. For you, it's like I know you also root for the teams that like, that your people root for. But also you're still a Chargers fan, so that counts for something. And I know people are probably gonna come for me for this, but the Raiders are that team that if you didn't have your team, you wish you could cheer for the Raiders. Like it's just like people want to be Raiders fans. Like I don't know, and it's not because it's just the mystique of the team, man. Like Al Davis, man, just like the colors itself, the bad boy image that they used to have, like the rebel image that Al Davis gave off. Like, man, the NFL, fuck the NFL. I'm gonna do what I do. Excuse your language, folks. But yeah, man, just talk to a lot of people and you ask people like who, if they didn't cheer for the team they were cheering for, who would they like to cheer for? If it's up and down California, everybody's gonna say the Raiders. And then everywhere else in the country, it's in the back of their head. People wanted to be Raiders fans growing up.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I feel like when Raider fan, it's a mob. It's yeah, we're strong together, unstoppable.
For sure. Like,
When a bunch of Charger fans gets together, it's like a
hey
therapy
guys.
circle. It's like everyone's just like holding each other's shoulder, like we're gonna get through this.
Look, if they
Charger
did,
fan, yeah, we
if
got
they
this.
had a zombie apocalypse and everybody was separated by NFL fans, we're definitely running the world. I can tell you that.
It's looking like Mad Max. All right, 6.5. We got to go over. We got to find
We're
somewhere
going
to
over. Yeah.
bet
Yeah, we're
that.
going
Maybe
over,
we can
guys.
parlay it with the Chargers. The Chargers on DraftKings is 9.5. 9.5 is the win-loss total for 2025 season.
Is that what you thought it was going to be? Is that low or high for you?
I mean, we projected, we talked about seeing the schedule release and looking at the 2025
We
schedule.
did.
You
Yeah.
had the Raiders at 13-4. I had the Chargers possibly at 12-5.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be like 10.5. So 9.5 is a little low to what I projected personally, but it kind of makes sense. And definitely being in a very tough division, like you said, going up against
Yeah.
the much improved Raiders, the playoff Broncos, the freaking Chiefs who have been to the Super Bowl for the last 3 years. It's tough. The AFC is the tougher division or conference, like the Western Conference and the NBA. The AFC is everybody is pretty tough, whereas the NFC is like a couple of heavyweights at the top, and then you got divisions bringing in playoff teams that are division champions that are like 7-10 or something like that. 8-9 losing record champions. It's weird. I like it. I think it's the right kind of number, so it makes it difficult to go over or under. Right? That's where they set it, so that there's not a big concentration of bets to one way. Because if the Raiders were like 1.5, everybody's betting the over, right? There's going to be millions of dollars on the over, right? But you tweak it so that it's a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Chargers schedule here, and I'm thinking 100% wins. I think there's like 5 or 6. Okay, we start the season at Kansas City in Brazil. That's going to be a tough one. At Raiders, that's going to be tough. Versus Denver, I think we should win that one, but I don't have that as 100%. At Giants in week 4, mark that down.
Definitely.
Mark that down. Versus Washington with Jaden Daniels, Frankie Louvu over there, it's hard to say. At Miami, I think I'm 90% sure the Chargers win that one. Just kind of feel like the Dolphins are on the ropes.
There are a lot of things going on in Miami right now. So.
Hopefully their defense doesn't like get it together. Yeah.
Right.
Week 7 versus the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson might not have a job this year. Give me a 100% win for that one. Versus Minnesota, I very strong think we should get a win there, but that's possibly not. At Tennessee, win. Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick, but that team just overall is not there. Versus Pittsburgh in week 10, that's going to be tough. At Jacksonville, I actually had that as a loss in our projection show. Week 12 bye, week 13 versus the Raiders, week 14 versus the Eagles, 15 at Kansas City, week 16 at Dallas. Damn, it kind of falls off after that. I actually only have 3 locks, and then 2 very probable wins. So, and then everything else can be a battle. But some of those games, we should be winning. It's just I'm kind of leaving the possibility in football that something crazy happens. But 4 locks and then 12 fights, right? That the Chargers should come out more often than not on the right side. So if the Chargers win half of those 12, that's 6. 6 plus the 5 locks, 11 wins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
11 wins and definitely the 5th seed. That first game versus Kansas City, bro, I think if we win that game, I think we can win the division.
It could change. It'll change that. Like people underestimate how wins like that can really change the feeling in the in the locker room, just the momentum that your team has moving forward. Your first win, and you get to beat the number 1 team in your division. You get to beat the number 2 team in the NFL if you're talking about last year. You know, you get to beat the face of the league in
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, a great
It's a
coach.
big
So
game.
yeah,
Prime time. It's on a Friday.
there you go.
Going to be the only game. It's going to be a lot of eyes. A lot of storylines are going to jump off of that first game, week 1 in Brazil versus Kansas City.
I'm sure Harbaugh's going to downplay like the importance, but it's going to be a super important game to him. But he doesn't want the team to go in thinking like he really wants to win this game. So that's a lot of pressure. But
But
I
I
I
think
think
they really want to win this game.
I think he really wants to win this game. So that's going to be
Yeah. So yeah, I got the Chargers kind of feeling that projection towards 10, 11 wins. So I would take the over on this as well. If we
like I
can
said.
bet both of those
Right.
together,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
should be even better. They were like, "Oh yeah, the Chargers and Raiders podcasters guys bet the Chargers and Raiders overs, of course." Surprise, surprise.
We're gonna go find that bit. We're gonna put money down. We're gonna go find that bit. Put the money down.
Uh, I gotta re-download DraftKings. I offload the app after football season, but now it's like time to start back up again. Uh, yeah, that's always fun. We'll talk more about kind of betting strategies on these. We find any kind of nuggets, like if something's way too low, we'll let you know how it goes, how we bet it. But
right.
Yeah, so you got the over. Raiders win loss total at 6.5. You got the over. Chargers win loss total for 2025 set at 9.5. I got the over as well. Surprise. Any other teams you want to know about?
Oh, Philly, of course, because they're returning the champions still until they're not. So, what is Philly's over and under?
The Philadelphia Eagles and how they do it alphabetically. 11.5.
Hmm.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's
I
a
mean,
lot.
even if like to make the playoffs, well, I guess that's what you need these days to make the playoffs because we've always talked about it. We've seen 10 winning teams not make the playoffs, so I guess that's the standard now. What is the
Wait,
Browns?
here, I'm gonna give you every team's over under right
Oh,
now, and
all
you
right,
say over or under. We'll get it now. Okay.
sounds good.
Arizona Cardinals 8.5
Under.
under. Falcons 7.5. Oh
They're interesting because they've got
yeah,
some pieces. That's I want to say over. I want to say
over.
over.
Ravens 11.5.
Oh, I think that's even. I think that's good for them.
You got it.
I
You
don't
get
think I, I 11
11
and
or
a half.
12.
I got them at under at 11. I
I
got
got
them
them
at
at
11.
under too.
Yeah,
Buffalo Bills 11.5
over.
over. Carolina Panthers 6.5
Over. Not by
over.
much.
Chicago Bears 8.5.
Under.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals 9.5
Under.
over. Cleveland Browns 6.5. Oh no, 4.5
Oh, over. Like by one game.
under. Dallas Cowboys
Under.
7.5.
Under.
I got the over there.
Oh yeah, over. Over. Definitely.
Broncos 9.5.
Oh, under.
Same. Lions 10.5.
Over. I think they're coming back with a vengeance.
Man. Green Bay Packers 9.5.
Oh, over. I think they win at least 10.
I think Jordan Love messes up somehow, or the rest of the wide receivers do. I got him
Unless
under
he
there.
gets injured. Yeah.
Houston Texans 9.5.
Hmm.
You got
I was just
CJ
talking.
Stroud on a resurgence.
Yeah, I'm gonna say over, even
Nine
if
and
it's
a
just 10.
half.
Yeah,
That's tough. I mean, freaking their coach D'Amico Ryans has had a really good start. Him and
yeah,
Stroud together. I kind of
yeah.
got him on the under. Indianapolis 7.5.
Under,
Yeah. Jacksonville 7.5.
under,
I think over. Kansas City, 11.5.
I mean, if you beat them twice and we beat them over,
The Broncos beat them
over,
twice.
over,
Raiders, 6.5.
over,
Chargers, 9.5.
under, over.
Damn it. Rams, 9.5.
Ooh, I'm gonna say under. I just think that
Stafford, I feel like is
yeah, and I mean, I know they picked up Devontae and he's gonna be able to teach Puka some stuff, but I just yeah. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
you know
Hold on.
it's like they picked up Devontae. He's gonna teach Puka something, but
What do you want?
let's see. The Rams at 9.5. I got them at over. I feel like they might beat up on some teams. The Seahawks are, in their division. The Cardinals, they get them twice. The
I just think they have
Niners.
more problems than the Niners. What are they at?
I'm saying they're in the Rams, and
Oh,
they're
oh, oh.
the Rams might be the best situated team right now to win that division.
I don't know, man. The Niners just made a trade with the Eagles for Bryce Huff at defensive end. That kind of sets them pretty good on defense right now. The Niners are sneaky good right now. They've
It
got a
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if half their team is in the training room. This was all got hurt, and they traded away Debo. They're trying to trade away IU. Ricky Pierce all got shot. You guys remember that?
Hey, he came back and was like, "Gangster, touchdown!"
Run, Ricky! Miami, 8.5. I'm not big on Miami. I feel like
Not right
I'm
now.
under there.
Yeah, I'm under.
Giants, 5.5.
Under.
That's I feel like they could get to
Nah.
6.
They have three quarterbacks. They don't know who's going to start. And
That's true. That's too many. That's too many. Vikings, 8.5.
Over. Oh no, sorry. I don't trust JJ McCarthy at under.
Yeah. Yeah, 8.5 is right in the middle. That's 500.
Yeah.
New England Patriots, 8.5.
Under.
Damn. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's
They
a
don't have any
bias
wide
league.
receivers. New Orleans Saints, 6.5.
Under.
Damn, I
They have
put
no
them at
quarterback either.
under 5. Yeah. New York Jets, 5.5.
Ooh, I kind of like them right now with some of the pieces they have. I'll say over.
Fields. I feel like Fields. If Justin Fields gets like
Yeah.
a legit shot, they got a chance to win 5 games.
Yeah.
That's easy. All right. They would need 6 games. Eagles, 11.5. Tush push survives.
Yeah. I think they'll go 12. I think. Yeah.
Got him at over. Yeah. Steelers, 8.5.
Under.
They got to be non-losing seasons. Yeah, no. I got the Steelers as under. First of all, even if you do get Aaron Rodgers, is that the answer?
Yeah. He's still not a quarterback.
Maybe Kirk Cousins is a better idea. Maybe Marcus Mariota is a better idea than Aaron Rodgers. Contract wise, drama wise, production wise. San Francisco 49ers, 10.5. What?
That's
10.5? I got the under there.
definitely the under.
Seattle Seahawks. What did I say? Seahawks. Why does that sound weird? 8.5.
Under. They're so they just haven't gotten people to the places they have a lot of optimism. They just don't have people in certain places that yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 9.5.
Under. And you know what? I'll go over with them. They still got Mike Evans. Their
Baker.
defense is still yeah. I'll go over, even if it's just 10.
Tennessee Titans, 5.5.
True under.
Under. And then finally, Washington Commanders, 9.5.
Man, you know what? A lot of people have them regressing this season. Like a lot of people are talking about they're not going to be as good as they were this, but they didn't lose too much. In fact, they gained a wide receiver. I think they got some pieces on defense. So
How's
I
the
don't
line?
know.
Offensive line? Did somebody retire or something? I mean, they're still if Jaden Daniels keeps playing quarterback like he's freaking a Madden character,
Right, right. So I got to bet over. I think that's low for them.
nice. I'm gonna put $1 on a 32 bet parlay for each of us.
I will match you, and you let me. I'm going to send you.
Hey, yeah,
I'm
double
going
up.
to right. I'm going to send it over to you. In fact, you know what? I'm going to double that dollar. I'm going to send you $2.
Okay, $4. I'll double mine.
See?
And this is how fun and addicting and problematic sports gambling on your phone is, because it's just a click away. Okay,
Hey,
there's problems. I got issues with this form of
then you will
entertainment
win,
that I'm consuming.
bro. Me, Noah, and Will literally on a Sunday, like right before the games, because you couldn't do it in
Yeah.
Vancouver. We
Mhm.
would have to cross the bridge over
Yep.
to Delta Park to place the bid.
I tell that story all the time. Whenever anyone asks me about, like, oh, what, you can't gamble in Washington? You can't do sports betting in Washington? I'm like, they shut it off. I know hardcore gamblers that would cross the bridge at 10:40 or 9:45 before the
Look, before anybody starts, it's only a 5 minute drive for us if you're in Vancouver. So
Yeah, you guys are right on the border. You just hop across. I'm like, is there a legal thing where it's like you can't ask, hey, you, my friend over there in the legal state, can you put this down?
right,
It's like, oh, we're all turning into bookies now. Hey, okay,
right.
this is getting.
But look,
Hey,
your
thank you
bet
guys for listening.
your bet's $5. You got to give me two
Okay,
to
now
place
it's
your bet.
now it's becoming a little. People are gonna start looking into it. It's like, I'm just trying to make some money.
Oh. But
Uh,
the casinos, since they're on reservation land, you can now go to. I know EQC for sure has a sports betting place inside the casino in Tacoma, so you can go there. They have a sports book there, and you can place your bets.
yeah, it was like frowned upon for decades, centuries, and then they were like, oh, there's how much money in it?
Exactly.
Everybody's betting now. So
Exactly.
all the commercials, all the apps, it feels ripe for corruption, right? And
I'm sure
yeah,
it is.
America. All right. Any other shout outs before we go?
Man, shout out to E-Ride, man, and I know
Yay.
they're our sponsor, and Levasa, but I just ordered a pair of shorts that pays the Levasa on the leg, so I'm excited to get those. I can't wait to get those. I'm a dummy, and on my shop app, I haven't changed my address, so it's going back to my old house. But luckily, the old house we lived at, our cousins were able to move into there, so you
Hey,
know,
nice. You can
I
just
don't
pick it
have
up.
to knock on somebody's random like some random person's
Get my
door.
clothes.
Can I get my package? So Thursday, we'll take a ride down to Vancouver to Federal Way, which is like 15 minutes away, and I'm gonna be able to pick up these shorts that I'm ready to wear in the summer, even though I'm not allowed to wear shorts at work anymore. But no one shows up to work on Saturday and Sunday, so I'm probably gonna wear it on Saturday and
Those are
Sunday.
your short stays.
Right here, so man, so excited! Shout out to him, man. All the stuff he's putting out for the summer. Please, guys, go check it out, man. Go check it out. And then while you're out there looking at Levasa, there's a ton of these specific small business clothing companies that you can take a look at. You know, you throw a rock in each direction and you can hit one. You know, it doesn't matter what direction you throw a rock in, you're gonna be able to hit one of these businesses, and it's
Find one
summertime, right?
and
They're gonna have
support
this
them.
stuff out, yeah. Uh, you know, there's this conversation out now, like about small businesses, Polynesian small businesses, Pacific small businesses about prices. Look, you find your price range.
Oh,
There is a small business out there for your price range. Don't be turned off by the conversations that have been going on lately. So yeah, go out and support. But definitely if you're ready looking for summer stuff, Levasa has it for you, man. Levasa has it for you. Because E-Rise, I know he's about to tank tops. I just feel it. I know it. I know we're about to have some Polynesian lips on my chest on a tank top. So I'm waiting. I'm
Say it
waiting, Eli.
again.
I'm waiting. Put some lips on my chest, man. Come
You
on, man.
you heard it, ladies. The Force is trying to get some of these lips. Thank you guys
I'm not
so
a
much.
creep, just in case you guys start Lance was sneaking something.
No, I'm sure somebody will comment and be like, "I'll do it." Yeah, clip it. No, just kidding.
There you go.
Yeah, shout outs. Thank you. Shout outs to the listeners. Appreciate you guys for tapping in each week. We're here Tuesdays on the Polytickin Network, and appreciate you guys for tapping in and hanging out with us.
Hell
Make
yeah.
sure to check out the rest of the shows on the network, Polytickin Podcast, Pacific Movie Starter Kit, support the Patreon, rate us on the apps, the Spotify's, the Apples, the YouTubes. Get in there, let us know what you want to hear about, what you think about the episodes. Very much appreciate the feedback, and thank you guys for taking the time. For Coach Forrest, I'm Lance. See you guys next week. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay balling. Love and light. Peace.